Hello and welcome to this video tutorial on controlling the NTouch Genie from the Ness M1. To do this, you need to select your NTouch Genie from your project editor tree, click on Properties. In here, you'll find your IP address of the NTouch Genie. Also, you need to double check that the TCP telnet port is set to 5000. Once this has been set, click Apply Settings to NTouch Genie. Once this is done, in our example, we're going to be activating a macro. So in the NTouch Genie project editor, select your Genie, click on the NTG4 macros, select the macro that you're going to activate in the RP. So in our example, I'm going to activate macro 3. So you need to note down macro number 3. Make sure you got IR commands or whatever command that you're going to be sending. Then in RP itself, you need to then create a connection to your NTouch Genie. To do this, we click on Telephones. Right hand mouse, we add a new telephone to the RP software. In here, we give it a meaningful name, which might be M1 to Genie. So we understand what this connection is going to be used for. We click from the click down box, we select number 6, which is Ethernet M1 XEP. Then we send this to the control. Once this has been created, we need to select your account details from the tree. Click on the M1 XEP setup. In here, we need to click on the Central Station tab. We type in our NTouch Genie's IP address, and then the port number as well, which was 5000 as we had in our NTouch Genie software. Then we click on Send, which is the ELK RP to M1. We need to reboot the Ethernet module once this has been done, which will take up to about a minute to do. And then we click OK to reboot the Ethernet module. Once your Ethernet module has been rebooted, we need to then connect to your M1 again. So we click the connection and connect to the M1. Once we're connected back to the panel again, we need to click on the text button on the left hand side in the project tree. We select on New. We now need to create a new text. To do this, we start with a 00, a capital AP, which means it'll send off a command or connect to a panel. We click on number 1, which means our connection is telephone number 1, so that's where the number 1 comes from. Then we need to write into the NTouch Genie command. So we do a BWC colon macro, since we're activating a macro, colon, and then the macro number that we're going to activate, which in our example it's number 3, then colon, and then we need to insert a carriage return and line feed. To do that, click on the carriage return line feed, and then click OK. We now send this to the panel. Once this has been done, we're all set now to write a rule. So we'll click on Rules, and we create a new rule. So we might make it so whenever the system is armed in away mode, area number 1, then we're going to send text out of a port, which is our text that we just created moments ago. The serial port number 0 we're going to send it out on, which is the main control. And that's all there is. So whenever the system is armed in away mode, then send the following text, which is that command to that Genie through port 0. Don't forget to connect on Send to Control. Once that's been done, that's all there is, and it's done.